Hey, fun fact, this video was supposed to come out last year. Yeah, finally got around to it after making the script all the way back in January 2021. Anyways, on to the video. So I've played quite a bit of Simpsons Hit and Run mods in my time. For the last 9, almost 10 years, many mods have been developed for this game. As such, there's quite a lot to choose from. But what are the best mods? The mods that rise above everything else, and provide an experience not even the original game can give you. Well, I've got 10 mods for you to try out today if you haven't already. Of course, this is my opinion, so it may not be the same as other people's lists, but as someone who has made plenty of mods myself, I think I have a firm grasp on what makes a good or bad mod. But to avoid bias, I will not be including any mods for myself or Donut Team as a whole. Individual members, sure. And just so you know, mods such as Lamborghini Aventador 5000 Supercar plus for 500 coins from Gil is not going to make this list. Campaign mods only. Here we go! 10 greatest Simpsons Hit and Run mods. Number 10. Operation Think of the Children by JMate. I just can't get over how good this mod looks. I mean, this mod was made for a contest? It's so detailed of trees and islands. Just look at it. Okay, enough with the gushing. This mod is about, let's say, Moe. After the events of the Simpsons episode Das Bus, Moe goes out to save the children stranded on the island. The missions for this mod are where it kinda lost me. They're perfectly fine missions, some fun moments, some not so fun moments, but all around, they like to lead me on wild goose chases and have some harsh time limits. The pros far outweigh the cons, and the cons are mostly in the mission design. Worst offender being the Krusty mission. Yeah, the Krusty mission knocked this down a bit. I just can't get Disney, no matter how hard I try, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't look great while I was failing it. Number 9. Storm over Springfield by Kalu. This mod has a really fun take on Hit and Run. The idea of having to prepare for a storm that ends up taking over Springfield slowly but surely fills me with a drive to finish the mod and keep Homer's family safe. The missions are mostly your standard fare, but with some added flair in missions such as following Snake while also collecting fireworks across the area. I have minor nitpicks with this mod, of course, but that doesn't change the greatness of it. What minor problems it may have, it more than makes up for it with unique and fun missions and an even greater final mission.
Now, if I were to have a major problem, I'd say it's the fact that I've had a crash here sometimes, but not all the time, so I guess 9 is as far as it can go.
Number 8. Mischievous Night by Will Johnson. An oldie, but a goodie. Even when I first played this mod, I said it was one of the best mods I had ever played. It still is, frankly. It almost feels Shard-like in mission design. That's the main thing I love about some mods, when they capture the essence that made the original Hit and Run so good. It feels like some sort of continuation of the original story, like this is what Bart would be up to after the events of the original game. Being from 2016, the simplicity of this one is also what makes it one of the best. Not too cluttered, but just enough to make me want to continue playing after each mission. Unfortunately, this mod was never finished. I would feel like this would be even higher if it was. What exists of it is just so good that it makes me even more excited for Will's other mod, the massive project known as Futurama Hit and Run. If that mod taps into the quality of Mischievous Night, it would absolutely be number 1, no lie. Maybe number 2. Number 7. Mod of Stupidity by Hell Inspector. Ever thought Hank Hill, Homer Simpson, and the claymation abomination that is Wallace would team up? Neither did I. This mod definitely has a sense of humor, and shouldn't be taken seriously whatsoever. Suspend all your disbelief, as you'll not only be meeting Hank and Wallace, but also Gromit, Bob, Peter, Cartman, Stan, Kenny, Kyle,
Furball,
and Larry.
I'm Larry.
And that's just the story missions. Each mission has you helping out these characters in some way. sometimes in rather unique fashion. The custom animations and cutscenes really make this mod special in my opinion. Rarely do other mods go above and beyond this way. It really tries to sell you the fact that this is an alternate cartoon universe, and you're just playing in it. If you're not sure about this mod, let me just say, the final mission is more than worth it. Even if you're not a fan of any of the characters presented, play to the final mission. Trust me, one of the most creative and unique missions I've ever played. Number 6. The Ghost of Christmas Presents by Tappy. This is another contest mod. I'm surprised myself that this mod is so high up, but every time I play it, I'm reminded why. It takes a relatively simple concept and twists it to make something really fun and exciting. Homer tries to give out gifts. The gifts are evil. He tries to stop them. It's this kind of simple storytelling that really makes me enjoy a mod. You don't have to ask yourself, what's going on, or why is this happening? No twists and turns, straightforward as it can be. This is something I need to learn in my own mods, honestly. The missions are also simple, but in a really good way, and that it feels like hit and run, with just an added holiday twist. However, that's not to say the entire mod is simple. It manages to pull off some really cool events and objectives, such as stealing an RC card to distract the toys, and let's not even forget the final boss. Oh yeah, there's a final boss. Even if this mod only has 5 missions, which is still a lot for a contest mod, it uses those missions so well that you can't even tell you're getting less than usual. Great mod. If you want a quasi Treehouse of Horror holiday story, check it out. Number 5. Late Night at the Quickie Mart by Kenny Giles. This mod is an oldie for sure, but does it hold up? Yeah. In fact, it doesn't even feel like a mod. It feels like a hit and run expansion pack. New animations, new story, clever subversions of your expectations. But all around, still keeping the story in line to what you expect. It's another Simpsons adventure, classic and nostalgic in a way. As for the missions, they are also done similarly to the original game. Fast-paced, breakneck speeds. However, added spins turn what could just be another Simpsons plot into something really funny and subversive. Destroy a truck to get a first aid kit. Normal stuff, right? But then, the ensuing explosion ends up blowing up the first aid kit as well. It's such a minor element to the mod, but it gives the mod a certain personality that aligns really well with The Simpsons. It can do dark, story-based plots and have humor spliced in to alleviate the tone. I mean, almost this entire mod is about Apu getting shot, and one of the mission objectives tells you to give Apu the first aid kit before he bleeds to death. Like, that's a bit grim, isn't it? If you fail this mission, Apu dies! It's almost absurd. Overall, this mod had so much potential to be one of the best. There's only one problem though. It never finished. That's right, what could have been the perfect Simpsons hit and run expansion never finished. Oh well, at least we still have the demo. A glorious demo that will never be forgotten. Number 4. A Long Long Night by Surrealbot. I mean Thomas Donofree. Synthwave? Simpsons? This feels familiar. It's A Long Long Night, starring Bart Simpson. He tries to start the largest party Springfield has ever seen, but watch out for the crooks and overall obnoxious people trying to bring you down. This mod for sure gets a 10 presentation. I mean, it's everything you'd want from a synthwave mod without being too overbearing. Music, retextures, story, missions, it all comes together pretty well. There's nothing too special about the missions in general, bar one, but the way they're done is so perfect, there's no need to go overly complex. Great fun, has its own identity and style that is unique and awesome, and the story is surprisingly coherent, which only adds to the gameplay. And of course, the final mission is amazing. There's also an extra difficulty setting, hard mode, for people that think the normal mod is too easy. What more is there to be said? Definitely play this one, it'll bring out the synthwave lover in everybody. Number 3. Cops in Springfield by Kalu. Again. Coming after Storm over Springfield, this mod is one of the best police-related mods. One of. In this mod, you play as Chief Wiggum. That's always a benefit. He's one of the funniest characters in the show, and therefore one of the funniest in the game as well. Playing as Wiggum, stopping crimes and taking names, destroying Fat Tony's hold over Springfield, it all blends to make an experience you won't soon forget. The mod takes full advantage of new resources and models, with most of a mission taking place in an interior, making full use of custom interiors and stealth gameplay never before seen in Hit and Run. Mayor Quimby trying to get away from you in his limo is an added hilarious touch, taking lines directly from episodes of The Simpsons to make it really feel like a scene from the show. And of course, Fat Tony provides an end goal that was pretty much guaranteed from the very beginning. The missions for this mod are engaging, interesting, unique, and best of all, fun. Another thing this mod does really well is the ending. How it flows into another level for the finale, giving you so much more room for a creative and epic final mission.
That's why this mod deserves to be at number 3.
Everything comes together so nicely, it's hard to put it any lower.
My only gripes with this mod involve some mission design flaws and issues involving hacks.
They aren't too much of a bother, but they drop down the mod a bit. Still a fantastic mod. Play it. Now. Number 2. Metal Arms in Springfield by Surrealbot. Definitely the most different mod I've ever played. This takes Hit and Run and gives it a massive upgrade. The Road Rage map meshes perfectly with the insanely fast and awesome to control vehicle. The story revolves around the characters from the little known video game Metal Arms Glitch in the System. Glitch, the main character, is a really cool looking robot dude who is on a mission to take down the evil Mills before they destroy Springfield. The gameplay is exhilarating and hectic, with missions taking you across large stretches of land, but never feeling dragged out as your vehicle is just so dang fast. You'll get there in no time. If you've ever had a problem with traffic in Hit and Run, say you crash into a vehicle, stop dead in your tracks, and have to wait 3 seconds to pick up your speed again, then this mod is for you. Crash into the vehicle? It's fine, just keep driving. Your vehicle, the Rat, is so powerful, it just decimates everything in its path, to no detriment of its speed. Basically, if you just want to destroy everything, then this mod is for you. That's not to say this mod isn't difficult either. It requires pure skill to not lose a vehicle sometimes. You're not the only fast one on the block. And even if you find the normal mod too easy, there are extra difficulties, hard, and nuts of steel. If you really want to torment yourself, try that one. There's also not just one, but 2 whole levels to this behemoth. When I first played this mod, I was mesmerized. So much so that I borrowed quite a bit of elements from my up-and-coming mod at the time, Annoy Squidward. It's such a fun mod, and for sure, one of my favorites of all time. Play it, play it, play it. Even if you have no clue what Metal Arms is, like I did, play it! Number 1. Some Law Enforcement Mod by Surrealbot. That's right, 2 Surrealbot mods in a row. This guy really knows his stuff. So much so that whenever he helps with my own mods, it feels like a gift from the gods. Anyways, Some Law Enforcement mod is about Officer Gordon White, an assumed new recruit of the Springfield Police Department, who is brought on many adventures that feel oddly familiar. From dealing with Snake, to Drunksman, to ramming a boat to get some pizza. Hey, wait a minute. That's right, this mod is a parody of everything. From 2018 to 2020, there was a sudden influx of police-related mods. Mods such as Cops in Springfield, Springfield Noir Reinvestigated, and Lose Hour. Some high quality, some not. This mod took that influx as an opportunity to make fun of the modding community in a lighthearted, goofy style. Every single mission objective is some sort of parody of an existing mission from a different mod, satirizing mission design, plot, dialogue, and even characters that were a meme at some point. Looking at you, Beta Homer. The missions themselves are so eloquently crafted that you forget they are satirizing a different mod entirely. Heck, if you didn't know it was a parody at all, you'd see this mod as some zany police story. You don't need to know that it's a parody. You can enjoy it by itself. The parody elements only add to its enjoyment. Without that, you still have a ridiculously funny, tightly designed, gloriously competent mod made by one guy during his free time. The amount of work that made this mod possible is mad, and it being Surrealbot's final mod before retiring from hit and run modding is a fitting send-off. I haven't even mentioned the final boss. Yeah, this one had a final boss too. Unfortunately, the guy the final boss is based off of is no longer relevant to the community, so I won't be saying any more regarding that, but either way it's a fitting conclusion to an epic and hilarious mod that I enjoyed so much. I later tried to borrow elements of it when making mods such as Skeleton 1 and 2, the Giant Snow Globe, and Night Mod Reignited. My favorite mod of all time, I don't think it'll ever be beat. As someone who has played almost every single mod ever developed for this game, please play some Law Enforcement mod. It's absolutely worth it. And that's all. Those were my 10 favorite hit and run mods of all time. What are your favorites? List them down in the comments below. If there are any really good mods I missed, tell me and I'll tell you my opinion on it. Or if I haven't played it, I'll try it out. Anyways, please make sure to like and subscribe for more Simpsons Hit and Run modding content. I also do other videos on Gary's Mod and other games I am interested in modding. Thank you for watching, and now this video is over.